What is up, Sean? Welcome, everybody, to the new layout here on Mic Drop Sports. Appreciate you all for coming through here to Steel City Live. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me, man. This is a really cool layout you got going here, brother. I'm digging it.
Hell yeah. Thanks to Nick from Sleeper Sports Media for getting us rolling on this, getting through. Nick's going to join us doing some production stuff too. As Sean and I dive through here on a special Saturday show, but we just wanted to kind of get you all involved here, show you the new layout here as we test it out, do some different things. So we're still learning, huh, Sean?
Absolutely. Learning every second while we do this.
Yes, absolutely. What's up, Tom? Man of Steel. I see a different one. Big Tom Ford. What's going on? Steelers Nation. What's up, Denise Marie? TD. Toughest test so far this year. Let's go, Steelers. Terrible towel. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. We're ready to roll. Nick, what's up? Y'all are in for can't wait. All in for it. Can't wait to see everybody's reaction, what we got cooking. Joshua Shields. Yes, I love it, guys. I love it. I can even star highlights here or put comments. Let's see this, Sean. Let me see if I can put some comments up here. There we go. Nick from Sleeper Sports. That brought it up. That's pretty cool. So we could do that. But again, we're just trying this out, guys. I'm going to see how this all works. Let me turn down the volume on my phone. Maybe we could add live calls now, Sean.
You know, that would be super awesome to have. I would love to hear from some of the people in the chat all the time.
Hell
Everybody's
yeah,
got
dude.
something great to bring to the table.
Hell yeah. Sean's getting to use his mic that he got last December. I never got to use it before.
It almost took a year, but it's finally in effect. And thank you so much.
That's it, dude. That's awesome. All right, let me see how to take down these comments. All right, there we go. Joshua Shields, what's up? How are you? Appreciate it. John Broadway, what's up? Hey, Jens. I love it. We can see all the chats and stuff. Yes, I love it, dude. This is so sick, Sean. I'm sorry, guys. We're like in amazement here. We're in amazement here.
Super cool.
Tom, hold on, guys. I'm gonna adjust my camera, Sean, so I can or adjust my screen here so I can read the comments a little bit better. I got a freaking TV in front of me, guys, just to let you know. Also, we'll be adding some sound effects here soon too. Tom Ford says, Jason and Sean, if Russell Wilson has an injured ankle, why do you suppose he dresses for each game? I think it's just because he wants to stay in routine, Sean. What do you think? I think that's just what it is. He is the emergency guy, but I mean, he can't play unless everybody else is hurt. But is that what you think, Sean?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's all about just if he was the last resort that they had to go to, he would already be suited up and ready to go. And you
Yeah.
always got to be ready. I think it's just that simple.
Yeah, man. Hey, if you are ready, you don't got to get ready. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Absolutely. As always, guys, put your comments, questions, and concerns inside of the chat. You can put your chat questions in there. There will be some people watching probably from some other platforms. Hopefully, we have it broadcasting on a few different things. Also, we will eventually be broadcasting on Mic Drop Sports, Twitter, and Facebook eventually once we get those platforms up to where they need to be. So we will be doing that. How do you like your mic, Sean? How do you feel about it?
I feel like maybe my voice sounds just a little bit better for you guys. It's not so echoey like I'm talking to you from down a hallway or something.
You
I hope
sound
that's what it
soft.
does.
You sound so
Oh,
soft.
man. See, now you guys get the full effect of what it's really like hearing from me.
Absolutely. I got to say, it's a lot better, man, for sure. Dude, this took hours to set up. Even before I had called Sean, I knew Sean was sleeping from working and stuff. So even before I text him, Nick and I were on here trying to get it. I went through 2 different computers, Sean, 3 different cameras. So yeah, we're here, man. We're here. But guys, we're going to talk a little bit also about the Pittsburgh Steelers losing Troy Fautanu, who he is out, and this could be a long-term thing for the Steelers. So that's something big that may be an issue here for the Steelers long-term. Sean, What do you think about the Steelers moving into this week with the offensive line? Broderick Jones getting the start here this Sunday against the Chargers. Maybe he's not fully healthy either with that elbow brace. He's always got it on. What do you think about that? And what do you think about the injury of Troy Fautanu, possibly losing him long term?
I'm really disappointed to lose Troy for an extended period of time. That really is a bummer. But what I think about when it comes to Broderick Jones is I really hope that he gets together with his game, and as in no more penalties. He's really got to stop jumping off the line and causing penalties, holding, whatever it may be. He needs to nip that in the butt and just play a good, clean game. If he could do that, I don't think that it's too much. Hey, but yeah,
up,
that's what. Got to clean up his game, bro. That's all he's got to do.
Yeah, man, no doubt. What's up, Nick? How are you, man?
Not much. I was ordered my food ahead and still got here quicker than what I normally do. So, but I'm ready to chat some Steelers. How was the reaction? The first reaction from
I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to anything that anybody said. Do you guys like this new format? Put it in the chat. Let us know what you think about that as we continue to talk through this Steeler news here of the day here on a Saturday ahead of Week 3 matchup. We got many people to talk and bounce ideas off of, so it'll be really, really fun. But you guys, make sure you put what you feel about this new format here that we are doing here on the channel. And let's get back to that offensive line near Nick. We were talking about that before you had jumped in. So Sean had brought up about his penalties, injuries for Broderick Jones, possibly losing Troy Fautanu. So that's a big thing for me. I think the Steelers need to hopefully get this offensive line solidified a little bit and stop getting these damn injuries. But what do you think, Nick, about Broderick Jones maybe getting the start here? Well, is getting the start here this Sunday, and what you think about that moving forward for the Steelers if they can't have Troy Fautanu available to them?
Yeah, I mean it's got to be a redemption game for him after last week. Those penalties can't happen, and it's just got to be a redemption game for him. I think that's the only thing to say, giving him the chance again, and then just running the like I said, just redemption on the mind for him. But yeah, it looks like John Broadway, the production quality is awesome.
Yeah.
Love the new format, looking good. And then so more like behind the scenes stuff, we can tell who's a member for Jason for your channel by the I'm guessing the logo there, but in the chat, it comes up as different colors. So that's kind of
awesome.
a cool side feature for us, the production nerds.
Well, yes, guys, and I got to appreciate Nick for helping us out here. Sean and I have been going for a year or so, a little over a year, Sean, probably with the bare minimal tools. So that's kind of discouraging. As we have 3 people on here, which we normally don't, I'm going to take advantage of that situation right now. And first, I'm going to go with you, Sean, here. I want to talk about the state of the AFC North right now as a whole before this game here on Sunday. What are you thinking in terms of where the Steelers sit right now? I know they're 2-0. Other teams are struggling maybe a little bit. Do you think the Steelers and after Sean, or do you think they're going to be able to build off of this lead, build a cushion heading into that maybe, back half of this front part of the season? Do you think they're going to be able to continue their winning ways? And if not, why?
Yes, I do believe that they're going to continue their winning ways. And I believe that because each and every week it gives the players another opportunity to go out there and correct what they messed up the week before. So you're constantly improving on your game. And I think that's what Justin Fields is going to be doing. And that's what he's shown he's already been doing. He's done a good job not turning the ball over. Also, we have the best, if not the top 3 to 5 defense in the whole NFL. That's always going to keep you in every game. And if Broderick Jones can go out there and just do a good job, come in there and do that second-year leap that we're hoping to see from him, that would also solidify solidify how I feel about that. But I feel good about how the Steelers are sitting in first place in the AFC right now. I always knew they were not going to be a basement dweller in the AFC North as much as everybody kept saying they were going to be. They always overlook our team and our defense, and this is what they get. They're looking up from the bottom of the AFC North at the Steelers standing above the rest, and I think it can continue that way. I also do believe that the rest of the AFC North is going to pick it up and start stacking some W's. So the Steelers really got to keep pushing forward.
Hey, man, what do you think, Nick, about all this AFC North stuff with the Steelers, where they're at, and the rest of this division?
Yeah, it's so funny because I just saw a TikTok the other day where it was the one guy that like breaks down, all the divisions and everything, and he's like, it was like him as the NFL, and it said, "What is going on?" And then it was the entire AFC North standings, and it said, "Upside down, topsy turvy, bottom two are in the basement, and you two were expected Super Bowl favorites." And then it popped up as the Steelers logo and says, I don't have an issue with that. So I'm loving it. I work with Browns fans, and I walked in both Monday the last 2 weeks and was like, first place has never felt so good. And they both told me, enjoy it while it lasts. I will enjoy it while it lasts, but
Yes.
I don't see any reason why it has to not last. We're winning games, and at the tail end of the season, these games right now are going to matter just as much as the games towards the tail end of the season. And John Broadway there said the new three-headed monster has all the possibilities, is what we want. Martinez here, hey, looking great, guys. Love the new format. I believe that is Hunter there, Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Tom Ford there, the right, the logo up there in the right would be good on a t-shirt. I threw that together in 5 minutes. So
yeah, that's Nick's. Nick made that.
Some merch going up will be the next part of the stepping up.
Yes, amen.
Steelers are going to. I hope that's not. I hope
Steelers be stacking them L's. They haven't even lost yet this season. How does anybody say they're stacking L's? What's up, Martine? I meant to say that. Thank you for your comment too. Appreciate that. Martine, guys, got the voice. We're gonna have to get her in here for some highlights. She knows how to do those types of things. I think she could be really good at that. Yeah, but how in the world, guys, is anybody saying the Steelers be stacking them L's? How is that possible when you have no losses? What are you talking about?
I'm not sure. I don't know if that's who I think it is. I hope it's not, because usually he's. Although if it is who I'm thinking it is, he's probably just. But I don't. I mean, that joke doesn't
trolling.
Trolling. Yeah. But, so if it is who I'm thinking it is, he's a jokester. So, but again,
oh, that's okay. We love everybody, so it doesn't matter.
I can maybe sum it up for him. I think the only L's the Steelers are stacking up are their own injuries on the offensive line. Other than that, it's nothing but W's, brother.
Yeah. How does this happen, man? Year after year, it's like one position group, guys, gets decimated by injury. It's just amazing how this all works. Last year it was the inside linebacker crew. This year it's like every offensive lineman has dealt with something, either injury or struggles. And I still stand firm here, man. Broderick Jones is having issues because of that elbow. You see him in the elbow brace. Do you guys think that that's an issue? We'll start with you, Sean, on this one. Do you think that that's an issue for Broderick Jones? Do you think it's being swept under the rug slightly by the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mike Tomlin? And perhaps, do you think it's affecting him, considering how he's won most of his battles by brute strength, not by technique? Is that a big, big deal, or am I making more of it than what it should be?
I don't think it's a big deal, but I think it is an issue. And anytime you got one of your offensive linemen wearing a brace or he's hurting, that's going to take away from his performance. And obviously he's not at 100%. So we're not going to have the offensive line that we really want and what we drafted him for. So hopefully he can utilize the perseverance that he might have in him and just push through this injury. And hopefully it doesn't get worse. Hopefully things get better. And we come out this weekend and see a good performance from Broderick. That would be so nice to see.
Yeah, no doubt. What do you think, Nick, about Broderick's injuries, man?
Yeah, I mean,
injury.
Yeah, it's you never know. I mean, I see Danny George there said the brace is off. I again, redemption. If he's going, he's going, and it shouldn't be, the injury shouldn't be an excuse if he's going to go. Last week it was just, he just had a bad game. So now it's like, oh, but he is, the elbow thing could be whatever, I just want to see a redemption game.
Yeah,
Given
technique,
has
man.
the
He's
brace
got to
on,
get that technique, you know?
if
He's
he,
got to get that technique down. And I think
yeah,
that, guys, is where Broderick Jones just hasn't taken that leap yet.
yeah,
He doesn't have those, those moves that are required in technique that he needs in order, I think, to get to that next level of stardom for the Pittsburgh Steelers, to get to be a starting caliber guy week in and week out. Last year, he beat everybody by brute strength. And with
yeah.
Danny, they're saying that the brace is off. I don't know. I hope. I'm curious to see tomorrow. I saw him in practice the other day with it on, so I hope Danny's right there. I hope it is off, definitely. Uh, more people are putting that in there that he is now in a padded sleeve. So there you go. More emotional damage. I like that. That may be it, man. What do you guys think about this? You guys, whoever can answer first, whatever, it don't matter. Do you think Broderick Jones is dealing with a little bit of head games here, guys? Or do you think he'll be able to get out of that pretty easily? Or do you think that that's something for a second-year guy that can really just destroy your season once it's in your head and you can't get away from it? Go ahead, guys. Whichever one.
Yeah, it could eventually. I was watching football the other day, and whenever Ben's co-host said he got taken out of the game, and Ben was like, he got benched. You're so nice to say it like that, but he got benched, and then he ended up, or he was out, then he was in, then back, whatever it was. So it's got to be somewhat of a confidence issue, but I think that's what a redemption game. He's getting another chance right away. So he's got to put the voices away and just go out there and play and have the redemption game that I think that he can, and hopefully he can.
Do you think Shawnee got some head games going on, man, with himself, or what? Or do you think that that's something we're blowing out of proportion too?
I think that he was dealing with a little bit of his own head problems, but sometimes it really takes a slap on the back of the wrist and go sit down and think about what you've been doing, and to go ahead and reignite that fire within. And he just needs to go out there and take one play at a time, and eventually that one play at a time will turn into one game, and so on and so forth. Just go have a short memory, go out there and do your job each and every play, and eventually those head games they'll go away, and you'll be more confident in yourself.
Yeah, confidence is key, man. That's for any position, no doubt, man. I agree. We'll see. Martine said, what'd she say? They're pulling a Randy Orton, hearing the
Are you
voices in his
saying?
head.
Are you saying he can't pull Randy Orton and listen?
Pulling air out, hearing the voices. Wouldn't that be crazy? Broderick Jones starts foaming from the mouth, pulling his air out of his head, freaking out, man, talking about the voices in his head. That's the kind of Broderick Jones that we need, man. I would like it. I would like it.
Jones.
Oh, that's it. All right, guys, we are going to continue through the show talking Pittsburgh. And Sean, we're here with a new format, new layout. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. And as always, like it, share it, get it all out there as much as possible to all your friends and family as we continue to grow the community here on YouTube and other platforms. What's up, Paranormal in the Funhouse? I see him. I do want to talk a little bit about one question that I saw in the chat that I didn't bring up or answer here, and I can't remember who would ask it. But they were asking about Justin Herbert, saying that he's feeling a little bit better, and do I expect him to play? I expect him to play just because I think he's the ultimate competitor. But what do you guys think? Do you think Herbert is out or in? And what do you think about his mobility, and what kind of a problem would that possess for him going against the Pittsburgh Steelers pass rush? Go ahead, Sean.
I think that they better hope that he's playing, because if Herbert's not in there under center for the Chargers, it's going to be an extremely long game for that offense. He's about the only chance they got into going out there and reading the defense, and reading the Pittsburgh defense is almost impossible. So, good luck to whoever they have under center. No matter who they got, I still have faith in our Steelers. They're going to go out there. They're going to get the job done on defense. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're going to be lights out. What do you think, Nick? Herbert play? No play? What do you think?
I looked it up. I'm looking it up real quick. And 7 minutes ago, Sports Illustrated reported that he is questionable for tomorrow. looks like he said it's not great, but it is what it is. He's doing everything he can to limit the swelling and limit the pain, so he's just going to keep moving forward. And Harbaugh went on to say, until I know exactly what his status is, he's not going to reveal what the contingencies are. So who knows what we're going to see. They could say questionable, they could say game time decision. Harbaugh also did add that Justin's doing everything he can necessary to get him to play. So I would think that they want him to do everything that he can. And if the swelling gets to be too much, then maybe they'll be careful and they won't have him play. But I mean, because why go out there when you're 80% facing a defense like Pittsburgh and make it worse?
Yeah, and he's the only reason that Harbaugh even came to Los Angeles to coach the Chargers. Harbaugh knew, guys, exactly what he was getting into, exactly what he had at quarterback. You don't come into this league as a high-powered college coach and make the decision to switch back to the NFL. As Harbaugh had a good team before, he understands what is needed in order to win in this league, and he needed a top-shelf quarterback, and that's exactly why he went to the Chargers. Herbert is a monster, man. He can make the throws anywhere on the field. Perfect when he's mobile, but we'll see exactly what happens here. I expect him to play, but I don't think he'll be very mobile. Nick, can you hear me? It's like echoing in my
yeah.
Can you hear it echoing?
No. Nope.
Okay. It was echoing in my ear. Sorry, guys. We're just working out the quirks. So if there's an issue while I have Nick too here, I need to make sure I ask the question so I know exactly what's going on.
Ford says, I have a feeling Pickens is going to have a big game this week. I hope so. I really hope so. I want to see him start to just go. I really, really do. Him and the comments he made about Justin Fields the other day, saying he's had like 4 different quarterbacks in the time that he's been here. And he hasn't really connected or built chemistry with anyone like he has with Justin Fields, 3 games going into week 3. So I'm excited to see their connection grow, and I hope Pickens has a big game this week.
Yeah, I think he will too, but I look at it this way, guys, and I'm curious what you guys think. I think this offense has to take a big step this week. I think it's something very important to the growth of Justin Fields that in your first home game playing against a defense that has some injuries. Nick, can you see the injury report? If we could bring that up, I don't know if we can or not. But I'd like to bring up the injury report for the Chargers. They had some injuries at linebacker and things of that nature, but I think it's very important that Justin Fields, really sets himself up well here for the future in terms of this season, the immediate future, and really starts to get on a roll. I think growth here in a big chunk is much, much needed. You need to build that confidence, and I think it can happen. But definitely, man, the other wide receivers, the other tight ends, the other running backs, everybody's got to be involved. And I think spreading the ball around is of ultra importance this weekend. I think that's where we need to be if you're Justin Fields, spreading the ball around, making things work. Let me bring that up here real quick. Let's see. Where was it? Friday. You had a do not participate for linebacker Junior Colson. Bud Dupree was still sick. He was limited. The safety Gilman was he's a full participant now. Hayden Hurst, that was something for the tight ends. Nice. Khalil Mack was rest. Josh Palmer did not participate. And DB Jazir Taylor with the fibula. What do you think, Sean? Do you think the Steelers have a chance here offensively with some of these injuries that we're rattling off here? Do you think that maybe they got a chance to get this thing going?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Especially with a bruiser like Najee Harris out there that's going to wear these guys down throughout the game. That's also what I'm looking forward to seeing is who wins in the trenches, and I think the Steelers are going to do that. It's all about just nipping the penalties in the butt, like I was saying. If they could just keep the penalties down to a minimum, there should be a pretty good game for Pittsburgh. As you can see, they're pretty banged up there, and is it the Chargers, San Diego? Yeah.
No, Los Angeles.
I was reluctant to say anything, and Yeah, they're just moving
Dude,
around.
I
But
always
the damn
say it. I
Chargers.
can't get it out of my head. I can't get San Diego out of my head, man.
I can't either, bro. I can't
It's
either.
crazy.
But I
It's
think
crazy.
I think that, like I was saying, they just got to win in the trenches, bro. And I think Najee Harris is going to be the big contributing factor to this game for the Pittsburgh. At least that's what I want to see. I want to see that from Najee.
Yeah, that's what I think too, guys. All right. Yeah, that looked good, man. I think it looks like it's getting into the Steelers' favor here a little bit with some of those injuries defensively, offensively. Russell Wilson, we know we won't see him. Here's one, guys. Roman Wilson possibly being able to get some snaps and be able to play a full participant twice in 1 week for the first time this season. For the young wide receiver. Nick, what do you think about Roman Wilson? Do you think he's going to have a chance to maybe get involved this weekend?
I would hope so. It'd be pretty cool to see him make his debut at home in front of the Acrisure faithful, and just to experience what it is like to play in front of the Steelers. I mean, I think Ben was saying it or you said it in one of your streams about 2 road games to start, but I mean, we were playing in Acrisure South and then out in Acrisure West part 2 because Steelers fans travel so well. I mean, just from the videos seen all over Twitter and everything. So it would be pretty cool to see him make his debut as Justin Fields, home debut, Roman Wilson season debut at home in Pittsburgh. I think it would be awesome to see him get out there, and it would help the offense as well.
Yeah, I think it can help in a big way. Sean, what do you think? Do you see Roman Wilson this weekend or what, man?
Yeah, I've been really excited to see this guy go out on the field and see what he can bring to the team. I suspect that defenses won't be expecting much from him, so maybe he can utilize that to his advantage and go out there and have a big performance. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool, guys, if you see Roman Wilson just all of a sudden pop off, and I'm not saying 100-yard game. I'm not saying anything, but 50, 60 yards, maybe possibly a touchdown or something. I think that would be really damn cool, man. And I think that helps the Steelers offense in an immense way, man. Big way. I think it really, really does. And I think that that'll also open up things for Justin Fields in order to hit the tight ends, hit the checkdowns in terms of other wide receivers, hit George Pickens perhaps deep or middle. And 2, guys, I have a question here. Do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers finally utilize the middle of the field and start attacking there?
I hope so. I hope so. John Ray here says Justin Fields is 7-3, has a 7-3 record in his last 10 games. Removing him from the abuse in Chicago might have worked.
Yeah, but only 2 of those games have been with the Pittsburgh Steelers, so yeah. The verdict's still out.
Illustrator time.
Yes, we need a board we can draw on, and do the Gruden, that's what or the Madden. Yeah. Hey guys, the annexation of Puerto Rico.
I do that in our post show for SmackDown. I pull up pictures on Twitter, and then I just take the mouse and draw it. And mostly it's making fun of Cody Rhodes as he's about to cry. But what's up, Mitch? Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. We love the Steelers defense too. I mean, I would be foaming at the mouth for the Steelers defense if I was an Eagles fan as well.
Yeah, no doubt. Did they lose the other night? Who'd they play? Atlanta?
They did, yeah, because the one Eagles fan at my work was all pissed.
So they lost. So they're 1-2 then, right?
Yep. They lost 22-21. 22-21. Or they're 1-1. They're 1-1.
I thought, okay. I was gonna say I thought they lost this week. I gotta bring up some of that stuff. Yeah. I usually brush up on my stuff for my pick'ems. Because Nick's league, I'm doing well. Sean's league, I'm doing mediocre because I missed a whole week. So
I'm pretty sure I probably missed week 2. No, I got week 2, but I missed the Thursday game for Sean's. Also, that will be those are everything will be thrown into the to the descriptions on my channels and everything, and I'll go back and edit it and put them into all of them. We can change the descriptions and everything like that. So, and again, we are live on my Facebook, Jason's YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, my Twitch, and then my Twitter as well. What's going on, Tyler? I see you there. Tom Ford says, I'll be honest, if Justin Herbert wouldn't have signed a contract with the Chargers, I definitely would not mind him signing with the Steelers if they need a QB next year. He's one of my favorite. I think there was speculation that Tomlin could make a case to go get him, but I think whenever Tomlin would have rather had Russ and Fields both.
He signed that big deal, I thought, with the Chargers.
Yeah.
He makes 50 plus million, so I don't think he's going anywhere, man. Not for that kind of bread. What do you guys think, honestly? Do you think the Steelers ride with, Justin Fields or Russell Wilson next season? I don't even know if we ever see Russell Wilson if perhaps Justin Fields continues to win ball games. And I don't even care if he's ultra successful personally. I'm talking big numbers, big touchdown numbers, and big yardage numbers. If he just wins ball games and keeps the Steelers moving, do you guys foresee maybe, Sean, that the Steelers offer Justin Fields a contract for next year? And do you think Justin Fields would be willing to take a contract in which the Steelers might want to offer, considering it's probably not going to be, the wheelbarrow full of cash that he might expect?
I just read the other day how all the Pittsburgh coaches are complimenting Justin Fields and how they enjoy coaching him. And that says a lot to me. If the coaches are enjoying his presence out there, which means he's learning a lot and taking steps and listening to them, that tells me that, there's a good chance they're going to try to restructure a contract or try to sign him next year. And I do think that he would, because he came to the right organization to where it's a good run-heavy offense and sets up for a play action. He's got the legs to scramble out of any pocket that crumbles. It's just a good fit for Justin Fields. It's a much better fit than what he had in Chicago. So why would he not want to stay in Pittsburgh? And where else is he going to go that's going to be better than Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I say this, guys. If I'm Justin Fields, I would be willing to take, a $20 million a year offer for 2 years just to prove yourself a little bit if the Steelers are willing to do that. I just hope this, if Justin Fields succeeds and Justin Fields is, potentially a target for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I just hope that he doesn't in his head price himself out, expecting too much. I think like that, $15-20 million per season. And prove it a little bit. You could always tear up the back half of a 2-year deal and, make it happen, make something different happen and pay him some big bucks. So, it is what it is. Guys, as always, make sure you're putting your comments, questions, and concerns inside of the chat here for us. I truly appreciate that. Nick's kind of putting the comments up there for us, and we can see them. I'm trying to watch them too down here on my phone, Nick, because I feel like my screen, I keep missing them. So
Thomas there says, Mike Drop Sports, good evening.
What's
Mark
up, man?
Is here. Believe it's Justin Fields' job, but I do believe that they draft a quarterback in the middle round or a late guy, late Will Smith from Ohio State. Well, I as a Penn State fan, I wouldn't want to see another Ohio State guy come into Pittsburgh, but Justin Fields, I think I'm all for either Justin Fields or Russell Wilson. I was for Russell Wilson first, and then Justin learning and just having time to not be thrown right in and baptism by fire kind of thing. But I agree, Mark, with this one as well. Very humble kid. He loves Pittsburgh and who wouldn't love to be coached by Mike Tomlin with everything that all the past players, present players always have to say about him. I would love to see Justin Fields be the long-term solution. I think he's becoming a guy just based on, what sold me, I think, was his throw to George Pickens, the one that was called back against Denver last week, where he just rolled out. And just incredible throw, placement, catch, everything. And we just need more of that.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, guys, that Arthur Smith has to allow Justin Fields to do a little bit more, man. Make some checks, make some reads, do some more things independently. And I think that's how you start to see his growth in terms of anticipation, his field vision, his vision in terms of breaking down the defense, and the real intellectual portion of the ball game for an NFL quarterback to be at an all-pro Hall of Fame type level. That's what you got to do. So hopefully you start to see that this weekend. You said everybody probably like to play for Mike Tomlin. I think that's true. But I think Mikey T's got to take his thumb off of this offense a little bit, man. I really, truly do. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think it is something that's holding this offense back in a big, big, big way, in my opinion. You can't be conservative every single week. You can't win ball games 16-13, 10-7. You know what I mean? This isn't baseball. This is, football. You need to score a little bit of points here. Do you guys think that? I'm curious to know what your thoughts are, guys. Whoever wants to go first, just chime in. But I wanted to know, do you think Mike Tomlin is far too involved in this offense here in Pittsburgh?
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I was listening to your video the other day, Jason. Whenever I listen to your videos every morning when I'm going to work to get my Steelers fix.
Sweet.
Since I
Appreciate that.
can't get the Pat McAfee show to get a glimpse of the entire NFL. Primarily Steelers focus in the morning. Whatever, I'm not calling and talking to Martine in the morning. But yeah, your video, I mean, just everything you said. Tomlin promotes from within. What's the reason behind that? So he can have his hand in with it and make more than just the final calls and
Yeah.
not let his coordinators coordinate. Basically, I think is how you phrased it, and I agree 1,000%. He's got to let. I mean, he's a defensive minded head coach for a reason, and he has coordinators for a reason. So yeah, he needs to let Arthur Smith cook for sure.
Yeah. What says you, Sean? What do you think about that whole situation?
Man, I have to agree with Nick there. He's kind of hit the nail on the head, and you gotta put up points, like you're saying, bro. Like they're not going to keep winning games if they can't even put up 21 points. The offense has got to get something together. Whether that means getting Tomlin out of the offensive playbook or whatever it takes to get more points on the board, that's what needs to be done. Yeah, they got to put up. I'd say if they can get 24 points a game, they're going to be a pretty tough team to beat with that defense.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it, man. I agree. That defense is stellar, man. I think that'll be a problem, too, not to switch gears too far. But I think for this Sunday, the speed of the Steelers' defense, I think, is being discounted maybe by a lot of people and not really being brought to the forefront because you have power in TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, guys that can rush the quarterback. You have guys in the middle that are some bruisers, and Cam and Keanu and Larry. You have those guys, but I think the back end speed is being overlooked a little bit. And I think when you couple back end speed with speed in the front end, I think that's really super hard to beat if you're an offense, facing the Steelers defense. How do you guys think that they have improved this season speed-wise on the back end? Do you think it's a vast difference from last year, Sean? Do you think the Steelers have made a giant leap in that department?
A huge leap in that department, man. With just Patrick Queen and not Roman Wilson, but Peyton Wilson, man. Those guys are super fast and they can fly all around that field and make plays. And not only that, but they have a good knowledge of the game and reading an offense. So you put those two out there with a combination like that, and that's a huge leap from what we had last year.
Yeah, no, that is my name. Tom Ford asked this, guys. Nick, can we put links up?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Sorry, Sean. I just wanted to answer that. But yeah, man, I agree. Peyton Wilson, all that, man. That's dude, these guys are lights out. You talk about Dante Jackson, Joey Porter Jr. Sean, your boy got his pick too. Rolling the dice with Corey Trice.
Man, I've had such high hopes for that guy since last year, and it was so good to finally see him go out there and make a play like that. What a well-deserved moment he just had.
No doubt, dude. What do you think, Nick, about this Steelers speed? Do you think it's a significant upgrade or what?
Yeah, absolutely. From Dante Jackson, who we got for Deontay Johnson, and then get him being he was injured, had to come out for the not rookie but second year guy who was hurt last year, come in and get that pick and kept the Broncos off the board. And so yeah, I mean everything, guys that can go in right away and step up and make a play. Joey Porter Jr. again locking down Sutton against Denver, and I mean just the entire defense that's never really been a big problem until the injuries start happening, and then you have to play. Okay, switch this piece, switch that guy, and go there, go here. Yeah, big time improvements all around on the defensive side of the ball. Also,
No
Tom,
doubt.
the Facebook, we're live on my Facebook. So the link to my Facebook is there in the chat.
He wanted the mic drop sports one too.
Gotcha. Okay, I
didn't know if you could find it or not. It's I think I gotta try to figure out. I was trying to find the link, but that's okay.
Yep, I gotcha.
I appreciate it.
Throw that in there right now.
Thank you guys for asking too, guys. So all these, man, make sure every link we put up there in terms of social media and things of that nature, go over and like all this stuff, follow it. We're going to try to build a little bit of an empire here, man, and get you guys a lot of Pittsburgh sports, a lot of fun stuff to do each day. So this is the beginning of that. So we're going to continue to try to make things more and more fun and more interactive for you guys. So please join all of our socials and help support our endeavors here with all this. I have a big question that popped into my head, and I love this guy, man. And I said all off season that he was my not sleeper pick, but I thought he was a guy that was going to do really, really well. And that was Deshaun Elliott. Do you guys like him, man? What do you think of his play? Are you excited that he's with the Steelers? Do you think he's going to be able to do more even than what he's done already? And what do you guys think? Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, that was another one that I was thinking of, and I couldn't think of his name because there's so many Dante, Elliott, and just back and forth, and learning all the new pieces of the roster is a lot of fun, but it's also big. Like, okay, I gotta actually sit down and learn everything. But yeah, he his play was definitely held my attention on Sunday against the Broncos, and I hope he's another one that kind of shines as a new addition, just like a Patrick Queen or all the other guys that we have named.
Yeah, no doubt. What was that question there? John Broadway said, what if they draft Archie Manning if he was available? Hey, I'd take anybody. I said this before. I'd take anybody with the last name Manning. No doubt about it. Sean, what do you think about Deshaun Elliott, man? Deshaun, almost like Sean. What do you think about old Deshaun Elliott and what he's done so far, man? I think it's special.
Man, he's came in there and made a splash immediately. He's shown himself that he's going to be a huge contributing factor to the defense, and I think it's only going to get better. The guy's something special, and I'm super pumped to have him on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, and coming down in a box, being able to play there, being able to intercept the football in a timely manner. I love it, man. Big moments. What's that comment there? I can't see it.
Keep saying I want the Steelers to sign Christian Watson. I think if I say it enough, I'll manifest it into reality. From Tom Ford there. Mark Collins believes the owners and media have given this kid a bad reputation. He is the quarterback, throws the best when the pocket gets moved. Mike Tomlin is the freaking problem. He needs to get his hands off the freaking offense. On Chandler, Pittsburgh Steelers are great, going to be in the playoffs this season. They can be in the playoffs. They got to get a win in the playoffs.
Yeah, no doubt.
Kevin there says we are just always hated on. Ravens can be 0-10 and we will have a higher power ranking than us. I've been saying that the last 2 weeks. I've been seeing power rankings come out. The other day, I think PFF, Pro Football Focus, I think they finally had us in the top 10, maybe at 8, I think it was. So I was like, wow, that's might want to play the lottery after seeing that one, because I got the luck rolling or something, because they are horrible, from making up stats for Myles Garrett to just being horrendous with their rankings.
Yeah, Pro Football Focus is dog shit, guys. Quit going there. Sorry for my French, but stop going to Pro Football Focus.
Hunter Renfro, he's better than half of our receivers. Mike drops scores on. Yep, now we're getting back to just trying to catch us up on the chat there.
No, I appreciate it. Go ahead, man.
Everyone there. Hard time finding the trying to get the Yahoo to send pictures for. You can you could use also post them to the Facebook. I have a Facebook group, Sleeper Sports Media. Type that in on Facebook. It'll pop up as a page, as a group. You can go and post the pictures into the group, and then I can get them that way and get them to Jason. We can have them featured and everything like that. Maybe get a get a group going, or a Discord or something. We're open. Open to ideas to make everything easier than than just do through email and then going through around and easily findable for everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man.
I wish the PFF would keep their energy, bro. I'm sitting there thinking about that. It's like, no. All off season, you guys disrespected Pittsburgh and slept on these guys. And when you guys made all those posts putting Pittsburgh at like rank 21 and all that crazy crap, I feel like we should make them responsible, make them stand by what they were saying. Let's not give them this. Oh, now you want to jump on board 2 weeks after the season started, huh? Well, it just shows how like knowledgeable they really are about the game. These guys, they just go from a week to week basis on what they see on TV and what other people are talking about. And, instead of really getting diving deep into what's really going on and the moves that the Pittsburgh Steelers made and all their draft picks, like we knew, all of us here in Mike Drop Sports, that the Steelers were going to come out strong and they're going to be a whole different team, revamped from last year. Got rid of Trubisky, got rid of Pickett, we got rid of that punter Presley Harvin. We really upgraded in so many ways, and we saw this coming. And it kind of irritates me that now all these guys want to keep putting out their predictions and power rankings as if they have some kind of knowledge that we don't. When these guys really should be taking notes from Mike Drop Sports.
Yeah, right. Dude. Hey, we tried. Dude, I gotta say this, man. People don't look at the whole picture, and I think that that's part of the problem, man. That's the biggest thing. And if I always say this about the national media too. If you're not intimately involved with a football team, how can you truly give a real true projection of what they're going to be doing? If you're not looking at that football team day in, day out, you're just looking at the big, crazy national picture, the highlights. You're not looking at the everyday workings of a football team. I just don't see how you can really truly give a truthful evaluation. I'm just puzzled by that sometimes. It just makes me crazy. All
Steeler
right.
Nation 412 says, fun fact, the last time the Ravens started out 0-2, they missed the playoffs. Keep it rolling. Steelers are kings in the North. They also, I heard it, saw an interesting fact. Lamar Jackson is the first MVP to ever start out 0-2 the year after he won it, or back. It was something crazy about an MVP starting out 0-2, and Lamar Jackson is the first one to have done that, be that stat around him.
Hey, man, he won the Buc-ee's truck stop bowl or something, whatever. He's a beast, man. I don't know, man. I think running quarterbacks like him, I just think present a big issue, man. And I think to be really solid and really overall good, you got to use that as your second and third tool, that athleticism, that movement and out of the pocket in terms of being a runner. I just think you jeopardize your health, one, and that jeopardizes your football team's chances moving forward, especially play. And I think, two, you need a guy that is able to make the throws with his arm and win games late in the season, because that's what it's going to take. And I really, truly believe that. And I just don't think a guy like Lamar is ever going to win a championship. I just don't. I think he'll either be injured or he'll make stupid mistakes like he did in the final sequence of the game in Kansas City, where he had 3 opportunities to make that shit happen and didn't. And I thought that was a big problem. And I thought that showed a lot of deficiencies in his processing there. And I know it's early in the season, but he is a veteran, a former MVP just last season, as you pointed out, Nick. And nobody has started out 0-2 like that. That's kind of a crazy statistic. And it just makes you wonder, once you start paying these quarterbacks, $50+ million a year, I don't know. It just seems to start to derail a little bit. Yeah. Maybe I'm crazy though.
Look at Deshaun Watson. Whenever we were watching the Browns Cowboys game, and my uncle, my stepdad, everyone, they were both saying Watson just looks like he doesn't care. Looks like he got paid and he's just out there just because he got paid and he showed up, but he didn't. He's not in it. Even Brady was saying the same thing in the same type of way, but just not outright saying it. So it is apparently money does talk, and the Browns fans that I work with, they as soon as I was saying about how he has another lawsuit against him, they said, good, I hope he ends up in jail so we can get out of our contract. So they're already done with him, so it's great to see them in shambles. But yeah, Lamar Jackson, the first reigning MVP to start out 0-2 since like 1990 something, which was the full stat. So Lamar is a
awesome.
hype man, doesn't do it, man. I knew the Ravens would start out slow because their players, they lost to the Bengals. They have a lot of holes on both sides, offensive and defensive. Cleveland is Cleveland. They suck. From Mark Collins there. Lamar is the hype man. Steelers Nation. Herbert is questionable on Sunday. He'll probably play because he's tough as nails. Jim versus Tomlin will be quite a trip. Steelers win because they have more experience coaching, and our defense is immaculate. As of right now, Cleveland Browns are the biggest divisional threat. Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, whenever it comes down to it, I mean,
Wins right now. Yeah.
Wins right now. I mean, but I mean, the Bengals are just struggling. So, they got drama in with T. Higgins, with Jamar Chase, and whoever else. And then we always play the Ravens well. I mean, Lamar Jackson, his record against us sucks. He has one win against us, and it was
1-7 since 2020.
When Duck Hodges was playing.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad,
Lamar
man.
Forces the ball under pressure. Watson is the same way. Cleveland probably wishes they had Baker Mayfield would have stayed. I've been saying that since day one. Baker finally gets out of Cleveland and he's balling.
Yeah, 4 touchdown passes.
That's who I wanted Pittsburgh to bring in, before they brought in Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. I really wanted Baker Mayfield, man.
You were standing on the table for him, man. I didn't understand it, Sean, at first when you said it, but you were.
Yeah, and now look at him. He's a dog. He's out there fighting for Tampa Bay. Go Baker.
Winning games, man. Winning games.
Cleveland has a solid team. Imagine what they'd be if they didn't trade them first rounders for Watson. They could be dominant, but thankfully Cleveland always does dumb shit.
Cleveland doing Cleveland type things, man. It is what it is.
In the cast, the Ravens, Bengals, Browns go down this week. Absolutely,
man. That'd be nice.
The AFC North. Wish the Steelers would have brought in Baker as well. Brown clowns only drive the paper car to Nowheresville.
Yes, I love it. Hey, let's pick some games. Let's do that. Okay. You guys want to pick the week 3 games?
Yeah,
we'll go around. It's not very many, It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 games.
I can pull up the picks. I actually just made my picks for this week since I missed Thursday. But I can pull up the ESPN one.
I have them right here. I have them. I got them. That's cool. We can pick them if you guys want to. Sean, you down for that?
Let's do it.
All right, Nick, we'll start with you, and then we'll go around. Nick, Sean, then me, and we'll do it that way. All right, Nick, you got New York 0-2 versus the Cleveland Browns 1-1. Who do you got, Nick?
Oh, this is as much as I want to pick the upset. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if there was any team, to pile on, I think the Giants could beat them. But, man, I don't know. I'm one to pick with I just don't want to see the AFC North teams win. So I'm gonna go with the Giants.
All right, Nick. I started writing you down as a Cleveland. I thought you was headed that way. Sean, who's your pick there, big dog?
Are they playing in Cleveland or are they playing in New York?
At Cleveland.
I'm gonna go with the Dogs. I'm gonna go with the dirty dogs, the brown doggies.
I'm also going to take the Cleveland Browns. I think they're a little bit too much for the Giants, but I would tend to wish for what Nick is saying and the underdog go in there and catch that dub, man. That would be really nice to drop the Cleveland Browns to 1-2. All right, let's go to the second game on the slate. Another 1 p.m. game on Sunday. Green Bay Packers 1-1 versus the Tennessee Titans 0-2. Well, who do you got, Nick?
I'm gonna go with the Packers. I don't know. Has anyone seen if Jordan Love is back or is he still out another week?
I think he can't. I think it's possible that he makes a return.
I know I saw something earlier in the week. A day ago he was questionable, but I believe that Sean Clifford he is. I think he's active. So I would love to see Sean Clifford, former Penn State guy, get some playing time, get a win. I also see the Titans, Mason Rudolph, so I wouldn't or I wouldn't mind being wrong on this one, just because guys that I'm a fan of both sides could get a win. So, but Packers over the Titans.
Packers over the Titans for Nick. Sean, what says you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll with the Packers on this one. It's just I don't have any faith in anything other than that. It's a successful franchise, and just for that, I'm gonna go with the Packers. They prepare well.
Yeah, they do, and they've always been, coached well, franchises built well. Yes, so yeah, I mean that's definitely something they can always put in their back pocket. I am going to go with the Tennessee Titans and pick against you guys on this one because I think they can't go 0-3. I think that would be doom and gloom for them. So I'm just going to pick them at randomly, no real thoughts behind it, just other than trying to go against you guys a little bit to go against the grain. And we will add these all up at the end of the week. I'm writing them down, guys. So we'll add them all up. And then the next time we do a show here, we can have updated scores on how we did. Next game is another 1 p.m. game this Sunday. The Chicago Bears at the Indianapolis Colts. The Chicago Bears 1-1, Indianapolis 0-2. Battle with two shitty teams, in my opinion, right now. But what says you, Nick? What do you think about this ball game?
I'm gonna go with the Colts. Big Pat McAfee fan, so I do like to watch the Colts. Indianapolis, I'm becoming a more of a fan with the Fever and the WNBA, and I don't mind seeing the Colts do well. And I mean, the Bears are just the Bears. They, we've been Omar Khan has been fleecing them out of with the Claypool trade and then the Justin Fields trade. So no love lost for the Bears. I got the Colts, especially because it's in Indianapolis. So go Colts.
All right, Sean, what do you think? Who do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Colts also. That quarterback that they've been using is he's very talented. He's capable of breaking out of the pocket and having big runs, and he's also hard to bring down to the ground. Therefore, I'm sticking with the Colts also, and I'm not sold on Caleb Williams.
No, me either. I'm going with the Colts also because I think Caleb Williams is an absolute turd, and I think he will be a monumental bust. That's just my opinion. We'll see how that all goes. But so far, he hasn't impressed me in the regular season. And like I said, the preseason, not a real measuring stick in my eyes. I feel like there's a lot of deception that happens toward some of these quarterbacks in their play during the preseason. All right, let's move along to the next 1 p.m. game this Sunday. You have the Houston Texans 2-0 led by their second-year phenom quarterback in C.J. Stroud heading into Minnesota to take on the Vikings, also a 2-0 football team with Justin Jefferson seeming to play really, really well. Who do you have, Nick, in this matchup, and what do you like about him?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Texans going into Minnesota and getting the win on the road. It sucked because the quarterback out of Michigan got hurt and is not gonna be playing for Minnesota this year. So it does suck to not see them at their full potential with a new rookie quarterback, electric quarterback, and everything. But yeah, Texans going on the road getting the win. I like CJ Stroud. I think he's a dog.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of dogs, what up, Hunter? Thank you. Also, the guy in the chat earlier that I thought was who I thought I knew who it was. Turns out that was just a troll being a troll. So commented in a while, but I thought that it was Hunter here who's commenting now, but Hunter here is a Raiders fan, so that's why I thought he would be joking like he does.
That's
but,
all
hey,
right.
I was, like you said, Jason, I was a Raiders fan on Sunday whenever they beat the Ravens. So
yeah, me too, man. Yeah. What says you, Sean? Texans, Vikings. Who do you got?
I'm also going to go with the Texans simply because of the quarterback at play. I'm not going to go for a backup or a rookie, let alone unless it was C.J. Stroud. And since they're going against C.J. Stroud and it's his second year, I'm going C.J. Stroud and the Texans.
Yeah, I'm going to also take the Texans in this game. I think CJ Stroud is a quarterback that could potentially win a Super Bowl in the future. I think he is a guy that has all the tools necessary in order to be successful. One of the players that I really was low on coming out, I didn't think he was going to have the intellect to be able to do it, just the facts that I thought were true. But he has proved me wrong, and he has become a real ball player, man. And I think he will be a successful NFL quarterback for years to come and make a boatload of cash. Let's go to the next 1 p.m. game on Fox. This is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles at 1-1, taking on the 2-0 New Orleans Saints, and a team that has hung a couple big numbers up here in early in the seasons in the New Orleans Saints. Who do you got, Nick, in that matchup, and what do you like about them?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints. I mean, it's in New Orleans, so I think the Eagles are struggling too much. They would need to come out quick and make a statement. But Derek Carr, I think he's cooking something up, and he's going to be a guy down there. So I'm going with the Saints. Also, John Broadway, thank you for tuning in. Have a good night there as you go hit the showers, and you had a three-headed monster. I like the sound of that. Very penguins esque. Sid,
Yeah.
Malkin, and Latang there. Vic,
Yeah.
how's it going? Thank you for tuning in. Another Steelers fan from Mitch's channel. So thank you for
Thank you, man.
tuning in and joining. Make sure you go sub to Jason there.
Appreciate
Already
you.
Playerson bet the Bears. Not happy they got rid of Fields. Yeah, I bet they're just not happy in general.
Yeah.
Have a good night, John there. And then Minnesota over Houston from Tom Ford there.
Nice. All right, Sean, who do you got in the Saints and Philly?
Yeah, I'm also going with the Saints with Derek Carr, man. Derek Carr's got a chip on his shoulder, and it's showing this year. Philly's obviously got their struggles right now. They just lost to was it Atlanta?
Yeah.
Is that who just beat them? Yeah,
Yep.
that's not good. You know that happened. That's not a good look. So I'm definitely going to roll with it with the Saints here.
I'm going with the Saints also. I think they have hung up a couple big numbers, man. I think they'll continue to do that and continue that theme this week against the Philadelphia Eagles and improve to 3-0. Here's the big one for us. We are all really looking at this game, the next 1 p.m. game here on CBS Sports. You will have the Los Angeles Chargers 2-0 at the Pittsburgh Steelers 2-0. Two undefeated football teams early here in 2024. We've talked a lot about this game. We've talked intimately about this game. Nick, who are you taking here and why?
No brainer. Steelers, I will go. I mean, yeah, Steelers all the way. Looking at ESPN right now, it looks like 53% are favoring the Chargers, 47% with the Steelers. So those numbers are crazy, especially because it's in Pittsburgh. We'll finally get to hear Renegade there in the fourth quarter, and Justin Fields his first home start. I'm excited to see it, and yeah, Steelers all day long. Steelers by a
Amen.
million.
Hey, amen. I hope so. Sean, what says you, my friend?
Man, with John Harbaugh coming in on the other team, I hate to say this, but the Steelers going to beat that ass, boys. The Steelers, man. I mean, this is the home opener. You got the home crowd. They're not going to take this lightly. You know, this is a proving point for Justin Fields. This could really make this can change the tune of a lot of people, man. And like I said, this is the home opener for Pittsburgh Steelers, and that defense with the crowd out there going nuts. How could you pick against the Steelers in this game?
It's hard, and I can't either, Sean. I'm going to take the Steelers like Sean and Nick. I'm going to go with the Steelers also. I think the Steelers on defense are far too much for this beat-up quarterback situation for the Chargers, and I think that will prove to overwhelm them. And I could see the Steelers having a real coming-out party at Acrisure Stadium, especially defensively against a hobble Herbert. All right, guys, let's move to the next game on the slate. Another 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start on Fox also. The 0-2 Denver Broncos taking on the 2-0 Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa, led by one Baker Mayfield. Nick, who do you got?
I'm gonna go Baker. Going with the Bucks. I've become more and more of a Baker fan than before. After he was half broken, held together by duct tape and prayer. His final season in Cleveland, the prove it season that he went out, and if it was like how, I don't know how you have a quarterback go in there and just do completely prove everything, put everything on the line, lead them to the playoffs, lead them to a playoff win. And I'm saying that, and he did against us, and he did that, and they were just like, no, we're gonna trade you. The stupidest stupidest team, franchise, ownership, stupid to let Baker go. I'm going Baker. Looking at ESPN, 97% are going with the Bucks over the 3% for the Broncos. I'm also just not a Broncos fan. So Baker all day long.
Amen. Sean, what says you, my friend here? Tampa and the Broncos in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Baker Mayfield, man. There's the guy's a dog. He's going to go out there and keep fighting, and he's shown that ever since, like Nick said, since he was in Cleveland. He's got what it takes, and I'm going to roll with him.
Yeah, man. I too, guys, I'm going to go with Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think Baker Mayfield has another big day. He is just clicking offensively, and I think I also agree with you, Nick. It was a monster, massive, cynical, stupid, crazy. I don't know what other adjective to use to describe what the Cleveland Browns did when they let Baker Mayfield go. They had the formula. They had the recipe. They let it slip through their hands, and it's going to be a long time before they see that again, considering they got the pervert Deshaun Watson under center there. Let's continue to go to a 4:05 start on CBS. The Carolina Panthers 0-2 just recently benched their high-value draft pick in Bryce Young, heading up against the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. I think this one could be messy. What do you think, Nick? Who do you got, and why?
Yeah, I mean the Panthers, they've really taken a turn for the worse. And I'm again gonna cite you your video the other day talking about them. Just had the Super Bowl run with Cam Newton, and then from there just kind of took a nosedive and became the laughing stock of the league. And the Raiders, they just beat the Ravens. They got season to prove. Gardner Minshew mania is going to run wild all over the Panthers. So
Raiders ride wild on you. Oh, I love it.
Speaking of Gardner Minshew, that guy looks like he could be a wrestling character, doesn't he?
Yes,
Oh, 1,000% he could. 1,000%.
No doubt.
Ford says Nick was saying, I like Baker Mayfield now that he's out of the toilet bowl. Mark Collins, I believe the Steelers go undefeated into the bye. That's okay. Vic there says Tampa whooping that ass 35-3. Denver won't have a chance against them. Tom Ford picking the Bucks. Steelers, if Herbert doesn't play, 16-0 the Steelers go, or 16-0 they win.
Oh yeah, I think he's meant 16-0
on a mission. They can't stop him. And then Vic with the Steelers 17-3. Mark Collins had the Steelers 20-17, and we are of course caught up and ready for the next one.
Awesome, Sean. Who do you got, buddy? Vegas or Carolina, my friend?
Oh man, that's a no-brainer for me. It's going to be Vegas. Gardner Minshew, the guy is he's a character, man, and he's fun to watch.
Yeah, I think the Raiders following up with the stash, Gardner Minshew. I think, the Carolina Panthers are absolutely horrible. I've said it from the start. I think Bryce Young is an absolute, he's a turd. He's not going to. He's a bust. It is what it is. They shouldn't have drafted him that high. They made a mistake. Raiders win. Really, really big under new head coach Antonio Pierce. All right, let's head to the next 4:05 Eastern Standard Time game here on CBS. For some of you in your viewing area, you will have the 1-1 Miami Dolphins taking on the 2-0 Geno Smith led Seattle Seahawks. Who do you got, Nick, in that game?
I'm going to go with the Seahawks. I'm a big Geno Smith guy, so have been since he played at West Virginia. Also, West Virginia did come back and win. They won with 22 seconds left, and they scored, came back and won. So that was pretty
Wow.
cool to hear from my pap. Him and my nana were leaving to go to bingo. So as I was leaving to go get food, so that was part of my delay and why I got back so late. But yeah, Geno Smith all day long in Seattle. The Dolphins go out west, and yeah, they're going to have a long flight back to Miami. Very somber, long, quiet flight back. But yeah, the
I
Seahawks
agree.
they get the win.
I agree there, Nick. But Sean, who do you got? And by the way, I have to throw in there, I absolutely love playing bingo. But anyway, Sean, what do you got? Who do you got in that matchup? Miami, Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle at home, man. That's all you got to say right there. Seattle with the 12th man. Miami going out there with a backup quarterback. That's like Nick said. That's going to be a long, somber flight home, bro.
Yeah, I'll make it easy and quick. I take also. I didn't realize, guys, we had been going for a long time. My apologies if I'm holding either one of you up. We've been rolling here. All right, let's get to the next game. Another 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start. The San Francisco 49ers 1-1, taking on the Los Angeles Rams in Los Angeles, and the Rams are 0-2. I feel like this is a little bit tougher game to call here now that you have Christian McCaffrey on the IR. Who do you got, Nick? And let us know a little bit of why.
Yeah, I still like the Niners. The Rams, they have just as many injuries. So and by all means, don't want to see anyone get injured, but the injuries can stay out on the west side and stay far away from Pittsburgh. But again, no, I don't want to see injuries at all. But if the injury bug that has become a big issue given with the turf and the different fields and everything. I mean, these are both, the Rams are on the turf and everything. So I do have a friend that's a Niners fan at work, and he was like, he didn't see McCaffrey playing in the next two games anyway because of the turf and everything. So, but still, the Niners over the Rams for me.
Who do you got, Sean?
Short and sweet, 49ers.
49ers. That's his wife's team, by the way. So he doesn't have a choice whether to pick or not.
How's it going, Tony? Go Birds! I guess so. Thank you for tuning in. That's Hunter's girlfriend right there. So he's a Raiders
What's
fan.
up?
She's a Eagles fan. So we appreciate you.
Eagles fly. I'll take I'm gonna go against the grain here. I'm gonna take the Rams. Just to make it a little different. I don't know why. I have no reason why, because they suck. But I'm just going to go with them. I feel like Matthew Stafford possibly can maybe get the job done here and maybe sneak out a win for the Rams. Probably not, but I just wanted to be a little different to throw a wrench in. Let's move on to this next game, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Start for the 1-1 Detroit Lions taking on the 1-1 Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Who do you got, Nick?
The Lions, MCDC. I love him. Love him as a coach. Watching Hard Knocks a little bit last year was awesome with him. And yeah, the Lions. I mean, it's going to be. I think this is going to be a really good game. This could be the America's game of the week, unlike the Ravens and Cowboys. Which I don't know if we're going to get to that one. ESPN had that one listed up 2 games ago, but yeah. So I got the Lions though for sure over the Cardinals.
I can't argue. Who do you got, Sean?
I'm going to go against the grain on this one. My sleeper pick. I'm going to go with the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, Big Sean, getting a little risque. I'll go with Dan Campbell's Lions here. I'll stay a little status quo and pick the Detroit Lions. Let's move on to the next game. A big game in the AFC, considering the Kansas City Chiefs are 2-0, heading down to Atlanta into Pittsburgh South, down to the Atlanta Falcons 1-1. They have a very solid football team, in my opinion, in Atlanta. I think they are a very tough ball club. Who do you got, Nick? And maybe a little bit of why?
Yeah, I mean the Falcons, they probably lucked out more so than anything against the Eagles. But I don't think they're gonna. I think that luck's gonna run dry whenever the Kansas City Chiefs come rolling into Acrisure South, like we just said. The Chiefs are growing on me. I do have the I have the Patrick Mahomes prime bottle right here. I don't know if it's getting kind of dark. I got to turn my light on, but yeah, give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
All right. Nick
Uh,
got the Chiefs. And
Yeah.
you're saying
Patrick
cuss
Mahomes
words over there talking about, hey, you're the Chiefs are growing on you. You're saying foul language now, Nick.
So the Chiefs are growing on me in the sense of Patrick Mahomes is growing on me as a guy outside of football and inside of, kind of like Tom Brady did for all those years. And then Travis Kelce, I'm just a big fan of Travis Kelce. So
Can't argue.
no fandom switching or anything, but I don't mind them up until the time comes where we would meet them in the
AFC Championship game.
or the AFC Championship game. Exactly. Gardner Minshew should dress up like Randy Savage for Halloween. That's from Tom Ford there.
Who do you got, Sean? Kansas City or Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm going Kansas City, man. I can't go against Patrick Mahomes. He's amazing, man. And I also got to say, if you guys have never seen Gardner Minshew, go to Google and Google his name and look at this guy. He is a freaking character. I think he's awesome. I really do. But yeah, I'm going Chiefs.
All right, Sean got the Chiefs. I'm going the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Falcons derail the Kansas City Chiefs down in Atlanta. For some reason, I just got a hunch. And sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. But I think that's a solid football team with the Atlanta Falcons. I think a lot of people aren't giving them enough credit. And I think that they can definitely go in there and beat the Kansas City Chiefs and catch them off guard on a little bit of a short road trip for them.
Yes,
hey, there he is.
Look at that mustache, man. How could you go against that?
I love the one to the far right where his hands are on his hips.
It's his actual NFL photo shoot too. What's so funny about it?
It's media day.
Yeah. How weird with the photography or for the photographer for the Raiders, like how weird is that to say, hey Gardner, put your hands on your hips, friend? Like, come on, bro. All right, let's move on to the next game. A Monday 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The 0-2 Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the 2-0 Buffalo Bills. What do you got here, Nick? Who do you got?
I'm going to go with the Bills. I probably don't like either team, so I definitely will not be watching. Any other week I would have Raw on regardless, and have the game on, the second TV or whatever. But yeah, this one I don't like either team, so but I'm going to go with the Bills because Josh Allen is Josh Allen. But so
there you go.
Also,
Bills.
We missed the Ravens and Cowboys game.
When was that?
That was on like I said on ESPN. It's listed as that's America's game of the week. At the first 4:25 game, Baltimore in Dallas there.
Oh, we did miss it. We'll get back to it. Let's do this last one, and then we'll go back to it. Sean, who do you have? Who'd you say again? Bills. I got Bills for Nick. Sean, who do you got?
Definitely the Bills. Josh Allen, man, that's all I gotta say. Bills gonna win.
Bills. All right, I'm gonna also take the Bills. I think Josh Allen overwhelms the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are off to a rocky start. The Washington Commanders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are 0-2. The Washington Commanders are 1-1. This game will be in Cincinnati. Who do you got there, Nick?
I'm gonna go with the command. I want to say the Commanders. I really, really do. But I mean, the Bengals being at home, I took the upset with the Giants, so I'm going to go with the Bengals. As much as I hate.
Nick's taking an AFC North team to catch a dub in the Bengals. 0-2. They might get to 1-2, considering that's who Nick's picked. So we'll see. Who do you got, Sean?
It's going to be Cincinnati. It's a must-win game for them, so I'm going to take them.
Yeah, it is a must-win game for them. Here's hoping to speak this into existence. I'm going to say the Commanders win just because I'm hoping to speak it into existence. However, I do think the Bengals do really, truly win, but I'm going to pick the Commanders just as, a consolation, just to try to speak it into existence. Absolutely. All right, let's get back to this 4:25 game that we missed. The 0-2 shitbirds, ratbirds, Baltimore Ravens going down to the Dallas Cowboys to play in Arlington. 1-1 Dallas Cowboy team. Who do you got, Nick?
Man, I'm right. Well, for what's going on, London? There, no dirt sheets is checking in. Also, Craig Werler with this, with the Gardner looks like a 1970 porn star, and then Tom Ford pretty much taking the cake there. I'm a Cowboys fan tomorrow, and you know that probably it's going to end up being them. They're probably going to let us down, given that they have so many more fans rooting for them in spirit, and they're gonna go out there and probably let us down again, and we're gonna know what it feels like to be a Cowboys fan and have that disappointment, especially given that it's gonna probably end up giving the Ravens a win. But I would love to see the Cowboys win. I really would. So go Cowboys.
All right, Nick got the Cowgirls. Who do you got, Nick or Sean?
I'm going to take Baltimore. Once again, it's a must win. So they have to win this game, and I think they will.
Ravens for Sean. I'm going to go ahead and take the Cowgirls here. I just hopefully speak that into existence also. So my picks are probably going to suck, and I'm probably going to have a bad record, but hey, it is what it is. All right, guys, that's probably it for me, man. What do you guys, any closing thoughts? Sean, go ahead. You can go first with your closing thoughts here for the day. If you have any, spit it out, my friend.
My closing thoughts are nothing but just a message, and that's to have a nice, safe weekend, everybody, and let's all enjoy the game together tomorrow. Maybe we can get together in the chat after for a post-game show or something.
Yeah.
And let's just stay relaxed and count your blessings. Hug your loved ones tonight before you go to bed.
Amen. Go ahead there, Nick. Any closing thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, just this was awesome. It was good to get the new setup rolling and see the reaction. The chat was going the entire time. That was awesome. Got to do the picks, so I'll be clipping this part and get them out since I did miss my picks for Thursday. And there Craig, there is Herbert playing tomorrow, or is it a game time? He is questionable. That's what about real time. We're looking it up. He's questionable, so probably more so a game time decision. Russ is there. What's up, guys? Looking for the Chargers to get beat 27-17 Steelers, Russ says there. And then London brings it back up with not the Cowgirls. Mark Collins, the Browns, Ravens, Bengals, all three go down. That would be a great weekend. That's summed up. Week 1 was perfect. My Indiana Fever won, and then the Steelers won, and all three AFC North. All three other teams in the AFC North lost. That's a perfect weekend. Thank you there, Tom. And so that's the only thing. StreamYard won't show the emojis, but we got the terrible towels of waving. So
I see them. Okay, I see them.
Ratbirds go 0-3. So
I hope so, man. Hey, Sean, I like that terrible towel you got. That's brand new.
Yep. Yeah, Mush Mahalo's my first one, you guys. I've been a Steelers fan my whole life. I finally did it.
Awesome, man. Hey, great show. Thank you, guys. Thanks again, Nick, for your help in getting this all set up. Now, guys, this is definitely an enjoyable format. We look forward to growing the channels, growing all of our social medias to give you a better product each and every day as you root on your favorite team 2024 season. So thank you, guys. I appreciate it so very much. And again, thank you to Sean and Nick for joining me. And it was cool. We had a long show, hour and 22 minutes.
I know.
Hey.
This is cake for me. Martina and I we did 5 hours last night. So
my ears would be like on fire. Because here's the thing. When you're doing this StreamYard and you're plugged into the mic, I got to say this. When you're plugged into your mic with your headset, it's like you are a music singer and you have to have your ears plugged in because it like echoes weird and it throws me off, man. So having these headphones on is a new thing for me. So definitely a lot different. But thank you, guys. I appreciate it so very much, man. So it was super awesome. And I'm going to try to figure out how to play that ending music there, Nick.
I was going to say, I can roll it and end it. And
all right. Well, that's it, guys. So until tomorrow, we will have a live pregame show. And then we will be live post game. So I think Nick and Sean will make some appearances tomorrow, and we'll see what is cracking there. So thank you. And until then, peace. Thank you.